Well, good morning. My name is Nick.
And I'm Mindy, and we're here this morning to talk about some ideas. So one of the things with family discipleship that we've been focusing on are the 4 times to do that: intentional moments, milestones, and holidays. So today we're going to talk about some moments in your family's day-to-day life that you can kind of maybe redeem for discipleship.
So we often, especially as Americans, we love our media. We love movies, TV shows, video games, whatever it is. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but we want to talk a little bit about how to kind of use those as discipleship moments in your family. So we want to really encourage you to think through what it might look like instead of, maybe the kids are over there watching their thing and you're over here watching your thing, but taking purposeful time to watch things together. And then you as a parent in your household, maybe not pausing all the time and asking questions that could get mildly annoying, let's be honest.
Might feel like school, teachery.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And you don't want to lose the flow of the story. That's part of the fun of media, is getting caught up in it and going along with the story. But maybe as the parent, either watching it ahead of time and making notes, or as you're watching it, maybe jotting some things down and some things you want to go back to and having a discussion after the fact about what you just watched.
Yeah, so discussions about that can be really good. Also, one thing students, especially young ones, but I think even as a grow, if we don't address it, kids need help with recognizing emotions in other people and then in themselves. If they don't recognize them in other people, they'll never really be able to probably do it in themselves. So thinking through, okay, when this scene, when the character was all mad and coming to attack the town, what was he feeling? Okay, rage. How do you know? And so you talk through what were the signs of that to help kids start to recognize their own emotions and then other people's emotions, because that's a skill that they really, really need.
Yeah. And so even coming back and rewinding to a certain point and saying, hey, when this character said this, what do you think about that? What does God think about that? What does the Bible say about that? And let's really look at that from a biblical perspective instead of just taking it all in. Let's really consider things and analyze it with a biblical worldview instead of just always taking everything in that we see and that we come across.
And our family has 5 words that we try to instill in our kids, and one of those is resilience. And so one of the goals that Patrick and I wrote down with resilience was to watch 2 times, I think it's 3 times a month, either watch or listen to a story of someone who's been resilient. So we do we read Voice of the Martyrs, and we talk about that together, or we listen to some historical adventures and historical things, Adventures in Odyssey and other things. But we've also, our kids even make fun of us, oh, is this a sports movie where the coach is, not good at it, or he was a good player and now he's not, and now he's coming back and he's got all the underdogs, and oh look, then someone's gonna get disqualified, but they're still gonna win. They make fun of us now because we've watched so many of the feel-good sports movies in trying to talk about resilience, but having a plan as parents, well, this is what we're going to choose because we want you to, because then we can go back to those conversations and recap the movie even after the fact.
And I think there's so many media pieces out there that even mirror the heart of the gospel. And I think looking for those and finding those, and even just doing some searches online might turn up some good stuff for us to look through. But I've done a few series in the past with students where I've pulled out video clips from all these different movies that really are just so close to straight up saying the gospel. They just never talk about the Bible or Jesus, but they're talking exactly about what does it mean to have heart change and to have hope. And it's really incredible what's out there when you're looking for it.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we want to think about for moments. How can you capture those moments as a family when you're doing media? But the big thing is I guess the biggest shift I would think is probably a different mindset behind the media. Sometimes it can be, just go watch that so I can get the dishes done and I can make supper and I can do this. But watching the media with your children, doing it together. And there are times where you can't, but even approving what it is and then giving them a task involved with it. So it's not just this they're just passively absorbing information.
Yeah. Fighting against the American mentality of just mindless consumption when it comes to media, and actively working to make them discipleship tools.
Yeah, so that's our goal. Next week, we're going to talk about how to redeem car rides and what you can do in the car to help capture moments with your children and your family.
That's right. Nice time here with you this morning.
Enjoy the sunshine and the little bit warmer temperature today too. So
have a great day.
Bye.